Hi everyone, welcome to Skill Boost. I'm Kalpit Veerwal. I'm currently a student at IIT Bombay studying computer science, and I also do a lot of side hustles. I also run a company. So I'll be telling you on this channel about various kinds of skills which can help you become a better person, which can help you in your career. So we talk about skills in computer science, coding, data science, and all that stuff. We talk about startups, entrepreneurship, business. We talk about side hustles like blogging, YouTubing, freelancing, and all that stuff. So don't forget to subscribe if you are new. So today we'll be talking about the fifth part of the blogging series. I've already made other four parts which you can see in the description and in other places as well on the hovering cards over here. So I've already made videos on the introduction to blogging, on content, on how to set up your blog, on how to start making money and how to market your blog. Alright, I would already talk about this. This is going to be a conclusive part. This is going to be the end game of this. I will be telling you about some special tips which I still have not told you, and some some pro tips. Yeah, self-acclaimed pro. So I'll talk about all these things. I'll talk about hate. I'll talk about the importance of showing your face or whether you should not show your face. I will talk about earnings. I will talk about consistency. I will talk about patience. I will talk about future of blogging. All right. So I'll talk about a lot of things, and this is probably the most important video because it will decide whether you really want to blog or not. All right. So let's talk. First of all, speaking of hate. So this is something which I must tell you, that if you are starting a career in blogging or social media, you will start getting some hate by default. It's unavoidable. It will happen at all costs, right? So it will not happen when you start, because in the beginning mostly your friends will be visiting it, and mostly people who are really interested in the content visit. So starting you will get some traffic from maybe SEO or some people searching for your blog. So those are people who are specifically looking for things which you are saying. So that's all right, it's all rosy. But once you grow to, let's say, 10,000 visits a month, or some people who you might not like, or some people who might have opposite opinions will start visiting your blog as well. And it's true even more so for YouTube channels, for companies, because in companies people are paying you money, so they don't want to be disappointed. And in YouTube videos it's very easy to comment and get some likes on YouTube, and it's very easy to see someone for their face values. All right, so people might not like that, and in general you will get a lot of hate on blog. It's not too much. It's like 95% people will admire your blog, but there will be 5% people who don't like it. They will, I don't know, do bad stuff. Some people report your content, some people will comment bad stuff, but your responsibility is that to understand that this is a part of the game, and if you want to make it big, you will face it. Because if people are hating your content, even if it's 5%, then it means that your content is succeeding because it's reaching people out. All right, so don't get affected by that, is what I say. It might not happen. There are some people who are not hated at all, but it might happen. So you might want to embrace it right now, then get disappointed later. So that was about hate, but it's not very significant. I just wanted to make sure you're aware of it. Then let's talk about the importance of your face. So some people ask that whether I should name it by my name, whether I should put some brand name on my blog. So I think there should be a hybrid approach. So in the beginning, people tend to trust a person more than a company or a brand name. All right, so you don't want to name your thing as a brand in the beginning. If you still want to name it a brand, or if you have got some vision for a name, then maybe name it brand by your name. Alright, so Acad Boost by Kalpit Veerwal is how I name my stuff. In the beginning it was just Kalpit Veerwal because people tend to trust a person, me, more. And then I grew my traffic. I was reaching a certain level, and then I named it Acad Boost by Kalpit Veerwal because it has got the brand name, it has got my name, so people trust me and they're getting aware of the brand. So grow it for a while and then start removing your name from it. And I think in the end you should remove your name from it, because in the end, when you grow to a very large company, let's say you start selling your products and all, and you become a company, then you don't want people to attack you in case of something bad happens. All right, it's a job of responsibility. So in the end, you might want to remove your name from your brand, but not in the beginning. All right, so that's what I say. So try showing your face, try showing a good profile picture, try to make the customers believe, or the visitors believe, that you're a genuine blogger, you're a genuine person, and not some random anonymous poster. All right. So there are certain things which require you to mask behind anonymity. So there are a lot of Twitter accounts which post very opinionated stuff. So in those cases, it becomes very important to wear a mask of anonymity, because you might get some unnecessary hatred and stuff like that. So if you're running a kind of a blog where you might get hated a lot, for example, some news. So in news, you have to take some stand, right? I don't have much idea of news, to be honest, but I think that's what happens. So some people might not like it. If you are writing some reviews for something, then some people will have opposite opinions. So in those things, you can have, let's say, anonymous mask where you don't need accountability. But let's say you're pursuing a fashion blog, let's say you're pursuing a tech blog, or no, not tech. If you're pursuing an educational blog, then people will consider you responsible for their education, for looking beautiful and all that stuff, right? So you might want to show yourself. Like if you're running a fashion blog, then you have to show yourself that yeah, you're fashionable, you're looking good. You have to show that. All right, you cannot just say, oh, do this. You cannot do that. In case of education, you have to show yourself, that you have to show your accountability, you have to show your credibility. So you cannot hide behind a mask of anonymity, right? So in those cases, it's important to be a person, but in some cases, it's probably alright to be not a person but a brand. For example, tech reviews. So I don't think I've seen many tech guys, with a name to them. They usually are anonymous. They just show the product, all right? Even some very big bloggers like MKBHD and Jerry Rig and all that, they don't really show their face, right? It's mostly about the product, because products are objective things. You're not expressing your opinions. So those are some things which I think you should consider. So showing your face might be a good idea for some, not for others, but mostly showing your face is a good thing in the beginning, all right? Earnings, I think this was what you're waiting for. How much can you earn? So let me tell you. So this is again related to all these things. So if you are very consistent, this thing grows exponentially. It will grow maybe 2 to 3x every year. But if you are consistent, all right, you will not start making money for maybe 1 year. So I already had built quite a bit of social media following for myself, all right, thanks to my JEE results and all that. And then I brought people to my blog. So I started making quite a bit of money even in my first month or second month. But still, you should understand that it's not a very, it's a consistency game. You will have to reach at least 10,000 visits a month or something like that to start making serious money from blogging, all right? See, by serious money, I mean enough money to survive, all right? It's not going to be like 1 lakh a month. It's not going to be that so if you are making, let's say, 1 lakh visits a month or 5 lakh visits a month, then you can probably hope for a revenue of 1 lakh per month. That's roughly a figure, all right, if you monetize it really well. So, but to reach that figure, you will need at least 2 to 3 years if you're starting today, and you have to really be very consistent. You have to be patient. You have to be very strategic in your thing, all right. So what I say is that if you're in college right now, if you start blogging right now, it's a very good side hustle. It doesn't take too much time. For example, YouTube, on the contrary, it takes a lot of time. YouTube takes a lot of time, all right. It's not easy, and plus YouTube is getting a bit saturated. Even blogging is saturated, but still the internet is infinite basically, and you still have a place in an infinite pool, right? So I would say that earning, you can make serious money from it. You can make enough money to not sit for placements. You can even make enough money if you are doing a job to get your job. But it will take 2 to 3 years of consistent efforts with patience, all right, with a very good strategy. So make sure you do that. Earnings, so you can, let's say if you have 10K visits per month, you can make anywhere between 2 to 5K depending on your monetization. If you've got 100K, then maybe, I don't know, 50,000, something like that. If you've got 1 million people per month visiting your blog, I think you can easily make upwards of 2 to 3 lakhs and stuff like that, all right. It's tough, but it's definitely, it's not as tough as, going through college and doing all your assignments on time and getting a good GPA and then sitting. It's not as tough as that. I mean, I think that's more effort than what you will need to make this much money. So yeah, that's what I say. So earnings, you can make quite a bit of money, but it depends on your blog. It depends on the kind of monetization you do. It depends on how fast you grow. Depends on a lot of things. But what for sure is that you can start making good pocket money for yourself, and you can start some serious earnings if you're very serious about it. So yeah, that was about the earnings. Consistency. So see, this is a consistency game. The entire social media, blogging, YouTube thing is a consistency game. Any business is a consistency game. It will not grow on day 1. It will not grow on day 100. It will start growing on day 200, 300, 500. It will not grow on day 1 or 50. It will not. All right. Plus, there are lots of highs and lows. For example, my own YouTube channel, sometimes it grows quite a bit. Like this month, it's grown a lot. But in another month, there are hardly any people who are viewing. All right. And same for the company I run, in which we coach people. Even that, some months the revenues are good, in other months it's not good. So it's like it depends on a lot of things, and you have to be very frugal in whatever you're doing, and you have to believe in yourself. So be very consistent, believe in yourself, and if you stay in the game for 3 years, 2 years, I can guarantee that you will have some really serious earnings, and you will have some success. But you have to wait for 2, 3, 4 years. All right, before that you cannot expect results. So be consistent, and again, as I said, be patient about it. Keep on posting every week. So decide a schedule which is okay with your college, with your job, or whatever you're doing. And let's say you decide that I will make 1 blog post every I will make 2 blog posts in every week, like 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Saturday. If you decide along these lines, then stick to it. No matter what, do it. Do it in advance if you got extra time, but do it. Schedule the post if you are free on Sunday, but do it. If you don't miss it for let's say 1 year, 2 year, you will definitely grow because the algorithms, the SEO, everything will only improve. All right, and try to make sure that you put special emphasis on the strategy that I told you. SEO, you should be very good with your marketing. You should make amazing content. You should market the links and the products very nicely, and they should be things that genuinely help the customers. Then you will grow if you are patient. Future. What is the future of blogging? Some of you and especially your parents might be like, oh beta क्या मतलब है blogging करके क्या मिल जाएगा 4-5 साल के बाद कितना कमा लोगे, some stuff like that. So let me tell you, no one knows how the internet evolves. 10 years back there was literally no YouTube, there was no blogging. So blogging existed 10 years back. It has actually gone down the hill, but still these things are mostly, you don't know how the internet or the way we communicate changes. All right, you have no idea how it will evolve. But what I can guarantee is that the digital space is where the future is. All right, and if you're entering digital space, if you got a good audience, then I think it will be really great. According to me, I think this is the peak, or we are approaching the peak of the content wave. So content wave, by content wave, I mean people consuming content. I think it started 10 years back roughly when Instagram started, Facebook was maturing. All right, Twitter had also started getting some real traction. YouTube had started getting mainstream. So people started making more and more content. Now with the launch of more apps like Snapchat is not really content, but with the launch of, let's say, even these TikTok and all this, these are huge content businesses, right? People are making lots and lots of content. The engagement, the number of people watching YouTube videos is growing exponentially every year. So my point is that the content industry is growing and it has still not peaked. It is still growing exponentially. People are still growing on YouTube. People are still growing on blogs. People are still growing on Instagram, right? So this thing is growing at an exponential rate and it is yet to peak. So once it peaks, it will start waning out. So every trend goes something like this, right? So it will peak and it will start waning out, right? So we are, I think, somewhere around here. So you still have this much amount of potential left. This is what people have already captured. This is what I believe. And I think this will be reached by maybe 2025 or so. So you have got time till 2030, and in 9 to 10 years, you can make a lot of impact. Like very big channels like even MKBHD and all these people are tech reviewers, and PewDiePie and all these people, these are YouTubers. These started less than 10 years back, man. So are you getting my point? I myself started 2 years back and I was a nobody at that time, and now I've established quite a bit of content business. So, I mean, it's a huge thing if you are patient enough, if you are consistent, if you are good. You still can make this much amount of impact, and I think it's 2/3 of what people have, it's almost double of what people have already done. So I believe that blogging and these side hustles are yet to stay till 2030 or more. Internet might evolve in the future. There might be some company, maybe centralizing or decentralizing blogging. I mean, there might be some aggregator platforms of blogging or so in the future, maybe more condensed than WordPress. But it is going to stay for quite a while. So I would say that you can invest your time in blogging. In 2 to 3 years time, you can mature and start making good money and then start growing exponentially. It will wane out eventually, like all internet trends. So for example, Facebook has waned out. Not many people use Facebook now, right? Means they use, but it's not mainstream anymore. People are more into Instagram and stuff like that, right? So it will eventually degrade. It will not stay the same. Your blog will stop getting views after, let's say, 5 to 6 years. It will happen. But in that meanwhile, you can still make a lot of money, and then you can start something else. So once you have reached this phase, you start that, oh, my blog is going down, and then you can start something else and go here. Then you will reach here. Then you can start something else, and you can keep on improving and keep on doing new stuff. All right, this is a very evolving scene, and you have to evolve constantly. For example, I started with a blog, then I started with Blogger, then I made my own website, then I evolved into YouTube, then I evolved into creating my own platform, then I've now even created my own app, and now we even created skill-based learning platform, right? So you have to keep on evolving. That's how you will grow. So that was what I would say, that future of blogging and digital industry is very huge, and if you start today, you can make it really big in this world. All right, and many big companies have started out as blogs. Many big companies have started out as blog. Even my company started out as a blog. So that will happen. All right, and companies stay. Companies don't go away. Company is not a blog. All right, it will stay if you evolve and if you are very frugal about your business. So let's talk about things. You have to embrace hate. You need to show your face. It's mostly good unless you are in a thing which requires you to stay anonymous. Earnings can be really good, but you have to be patient and consistent about it, because these are the key to successful career in any side hustle, in anything, any business, anything. If you want instant gratification, then go for a job. That's what I would say. If you want instant gratification, कि यार exam के लिए पढ़ लिया, placement निकाल लिया, job मिल गई, then go for that. That's the only thing. But you will not make exponential growth. You will stay an employee and you will make only a certain amount of money per month. It will not grow. So in blogging, let's say you earn 5k in first year, then you will earn 50k next year. You will earn 5 lakhs next year, then you will earn 50 lakhs. So if you stay consistent, you can make this much amount of money in 5 years. Whereas in a job, you maybe start with 1 lakh. So you are feeling like, oh, this guy is blogging, he's making only 1 lakh. Or he's making only 5,000 and I'm making 1 lakh. People will say that. And then in next year, this becomes 1.5 lakh and he will still laugh that, oh, I'm making 1.5 lakhs and you're still making 50k. But next year, you will be having the last laugh. And next year, you will be having, see the difference, right? And this happens with people I know, all right? So I hope you understand this. Even when I started, people were laughing, oh, why are you doing this? You're such an idiot. But now they are not doing it so much because I've expanded so much, right? So it doesn't matter in the end. You have to stay focused. You have to embrace the hate. That's what I say. So yeah, again, this is a very long video, but these are things in which you need a lot of insight and you need a lot of motivation to do these things, which is why I'm making these long videos so that, I think it's a mini course. I've already made more than 1.5 hours of content on blogging. So I hope you enjoyed this series. Please consider subscribing us. Please consider liking us so that more videos of these niche are recommended to you. And press the notification bell icon for more side hustles. We will now make a YouTube series most probably. Comment and let me know what you want next. Alright, I will start making on that. So I can make a series on startups. I can make a series on YouTube. I can also make a series on how to expand on social media or content market. Alright, I can make videos on digital marketing, coding, data science, all that stuff. So let me know what do you want next. All my social handles, Twitter, all that are given in the description. If you want to reach out to me, go to my Instagram and DM me or tweet to me on Twitter. Alright, those are the things which I mostly check. And don't forget to check out my blog for any more suggestions, or if you want to see these things happen for real, then do it. Alright. And yes, one more thing, that when your blog grows, let's say you are reaching this kind of a figure, let's say you start making upwards of 1 lakh a month or something, then your blog will start getting problems. You will need people to manage social media, you will need people to write content for you. So in that case, I would say maybe you should hire some people to help you ease out on the time. So you don't want to be very overburdened with stuff. So let's say you reach a position where you're making 3 blogs post a day. You are marketing them really well and all that stuff is happening, but it's taking a toll on you. Like you end up doing 10 hours of work. So what I recommend is that probably hire someone, give them some amount of money and pay them. Maybe they can work remotely. You can give them some pointers and they can blog, they can learn from a blogging style and blog for you. All right. Or they can help you handle your social media. They can do the automation of marketing for you, or they can do some research and all that stuff. All right. So try to delegate your stuff whenever possible, because this creates value for others. People who you are delegating to, they will be able to learn from it. They will be able to make a living, and you will also save your time. You can expand even more. You can focus on strategies which you have to think, because you are the one who will be controlling the future of your blog, but the present of your blog can be handled by others. All right. People can make posts for you. You have to be the one to strategize and think of ways to expand. All right. So try to outsource once you grow. Don't try to outsource when you're earning 5,000, 6,000. Maybe do it when you're making 80,000, 1 lakh per month, something like that. So thanks a lot for watching this, guys. All the best. Don't consider pressing like, and don't forget to check out the subscription. Thank you. Description.